Hello, welcome to my craft room. I'm Donna, and this is my co host, Harley. Yeah, you're co hosting. This is actually take two, and on take one, Harley was greeting my husband because he just come in, so he wasn't in here with me. And then I kept getting some sort of notification. My computer wanted to restart, and it knocked me out of my video. And I'm not going to slice and dice and put them together because it takes forever to download it to where I can upload it. And I'm not going through all that. I'll just try again. I hope I welcomed you to my craft room and told you my name, which is Donna. My channel name, some people are having a hard time pronouncing. It's Gabbing Grammy. And gabbing is like talking. So my idea was the talking Grammy. And I thought about changing it to Granny's Grotto. I might do that for one day, but not quite yet because I'd have to change all my other stuff. And I just can't want to. Yes, you're being petted. Anywho, today's video is all about the year changes. Out with the old and in with the new. So I figured I'd go over my 2021. There went another one. I hope it didn't knock me off. My 2021 crafty goals. Okay, that was on my phone. I'm getting an email. Anyway, it they wasn't so much goals. It was just a list of stuff that I wanted to do, and I added a few to this. One of which was to rearrange my craft room. I did. I got that and a couple of cabinets back yonder for yarn. And I got a bunch of junk out of here that didn't belong to me, so I was happy with that. And I'm in the process. I've started because it takes me forever because I can't do much and then I gotta rest. I started rearranging it for the new year. I found some stuff and put away some stuff that needed putting away, and I believe I'm going to be happy with the result. There's nothing right here, but I'm going to have to pull something over here in a minute. Okay, the first thing I wanted to make was a cabled hat. There was I never did attempt the one that I wanted to do because I got frustrated with a couple of other hats and I just said, "Bah!" So I never even tried the cabled hat because it's my brain just couldn't handle it. The Hermione hat, that was another one. I'd gotten everything together to do it, but my brain wasn't cooperating, so I never did even attempt to make the Hermione hat. I might do it one day because it's a beautiful pattern, and I've got the yarn, and I think I've got the correct size of needle. It's a knit hat. I wanted to use up the homespun that I had stored in a drawer right here. It's just a big drawer, and why I wanted to use it up was to get it out of that drawer so I could put my hook and needle sets and my little notions to work with. I ended up boxing it up and putting away instead of using it. So that goal, I figured since I got to put my stuff in the drawer, it's half accomplished. What? Are you having a hard time? Are my pants too slick? Anyway. And then I wanted to make the Edelweiss hat. I attempted it, and then I frauded it. I just, nope, 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 nope. I wanted to make the Katniss Hat. Most of these are knitted, and me and knitting just, I do like knitting. I used to almost exclusively knit for a while until I started needing to crochet so that I could refresh my brain in it so I could teach it at Sewing Seeds. Because the girls, some knew a little bit and some knew nothing, and they were getting stuff all mixed up, so I had to step in and correct it. So yes, I did make the Katniss Hat. In fact, I made several of them. I really liked making that hat, and some of them they were like messy bun, Katniss messy buns, because they had the thing in it to put the ponytail through it. I wanted to make the half pie shawl. That's another knitted project. I was really ambitious with the knitting for last year, and I got it about a third of the way done, and then I had, because it took so long, I put it away so I could get some stuff done. I wanted to make a Garter Tab Shawl, which is also knitting. Tried it, got about a little further than that, and good 6 to 10 inches, and then I frogged it. So I consider that a half done, because I did attempt it, even though I didn't finish it. Because I'd never made one, I just wanted to try it. I wanted to try the Jacob's Ladder hat, which is also a crochet pattern. And that wasn't the name of it, but that's what I called it because that's what the pattern in the hat was based off of, the Jacob's Ladder pattern. If I were to do that again, I'd do it my way instead of her way. Her way was fine, but it wasn't my way, and you know you like your own way better than somebody else's most of the time because you're used to it. I wanted to learn how to link tutorials so that when I showed a project that I had made and I followed a tutorial, I could share the link to the tutorial with you in case you wanted to make one. Sit still, wiggle worm. I wanted to use the equivalent of 50% of the yarn I got for my birthday. And you know, I think I accomplished that because look at all those wrappers. I don't know if you can see them all, but there's a lot of them. Here, there's a few more scattered around that I need to put in the bag for December. So I consider that accomplished. The only trouble is I kept getting yarn, bringing in a few here and a few there. I probably won't buy any yarn this year unless it's, I tried to do that this year, not to buy it unless it was for a specific purpose. The only thing I went out of that box on was the Dollar Tree yarn, that just yarn. I love it, and I got a drawer. Here we go. Not that drawer, but the one below it is full of Dollar Tree yarn. Okay, I wanted to make 2 different blankets for my 2 different Gigi's. I got them at least halfway. The little girls is 12 squares all put together. I either need to make some more squares to add to it or put a really big border on it because it's not big enough. And then the little boys, I've got a bunch of squares made. I need to make more squares and hook them all together. And hopefully I'll get that done this year. Make a Mobius cowl. I can't remember. I think I made a Mobius cowl. Yes, I did make a Mobius cowl. And then I started the longer one, like the infinity scarf in Mobius. And I only got about that much done. And I put it away because, once again, it's knitting. And it takes forever. I'd like to get it at least a couple of the bigger, like the shawls, knitted shawls. I'd like to get those that I've got started. I'd like to get those done this year. And here I am already, and none of that's written down. I wanted to make 2 Christmas gifts to go to 2 different people, like one to one and one to the other. Since I lost my Crojo, I missed out on that one. I wanted to make the hubby a hat using finger and or sock weight yarn, and it ended up he didn't like the color I used, so my son-in-law claimed it. I wanted to make sport weight grannies. The goal there was to get rid of some of my sport weight scraps, and I did get rid of the sport weight scraps, but I went a step further. I had some sport weight that was way old. I'm talking a bunch of years old when I got it, and then it was old since then because it was donated. And I used up a bunch of that making market bags and baskets. Excuse me. I wanted to use new patterns for hats, and I did do that. Like the Katniss was one of the new patterns. And I wanted to fix a blanket that my late husband made for my daughter. He's not here to fix it for her, so I did that, and I was successful, and I gave it to her. Oh, does left hand mean you're going to be paying out some money, or you're going to get something? I hope it's getting some. I could use something. Now, I added to that a couple of things, like reorganizing the craft room. I started 2 different make-alongs. Didn't finish any of the make-alongs I tried to do this year. I participated, but I didn't finish because in the end of July I lost my Crojo, and that's like half a year. So for 2022, I made about half as many goals. I do want one year-long make-along for this coming year. So, you're gonna have to sit over here. It hurt my leg. Oh, thank you. It's I want to. My goal with this make-along is to have at least 12 projects. What are you doing? 12 projects for charity, and the charity that I'm wanting to donate. What are you doing? You never bite me. You must be wanting to play. Well, anyway, back to what I was talking about. There's a tree at the church every Christmas. They decorate it with hats and scarves, or hats and gloves, and then the underprivileged children get to pick one off the tree. And I just thought that was so cool. So I would like to do that. I want to make a hat and scarf, or hat and mitten set, one every month. Speaking of, now I've got to go over here and get. Oh, now see how empty this tray looks compared to what it was. I did make the scarf. I just gotta tie in my end. And then the hat that goes with the scarf, I'm putting it in a plastic bag. I just crocheted my basic double crochet beanie. It doesn't have a fault line. And then I picked up stitches and knitted the brim because it was a little big, and I figured if a smaller young one picked it, they need it to be a little firmer fit. Oh, got a lot of pain going today. I'll be alright. I'm used to it. I'm just explaining all the O's and U's, creaking and complaining I'm doing. I need to put my feet up. Let me see if I can do it this way. Ow, 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 ow. Here lately, my hip right there where the leg bends in front, it's been hurting when I move it. Anyway, enough of that complaining. You didn't come here to hear that. I went ahead and did that hat and started it in December so I can have it by late November of 2022. Robin Kirkpatrick. No. Robin's Flying Crochet. Yeah, it's Robin's Flying Crochet is joining me in it. She's the one I approached with the idea. It's open to all who want to enter. The idea, like I said, is to have at least one a month charity project to donate. You could donate it to whatever charity you want. If you want to send them to my charity, it goes from kids from like kindergarten all the way up to teenagers. So whatever size of hat and scarf or hat and gloves, fingerless gloves, whatever you're wanting to make, any size will work. It's a very open type of deal. Lottie, from Enjoying Cancer as a Lifestyle, Enjoying the Journey Cancer as a Lifestyle, her and Terry from Yarn Joy Podcast made a bunch of hats and scarves for charity last year. Lottie sounded like she was going to continue doing it, so Lottie, I'm claiming you as being part of my make-along. I don't have a name for the make-along. I still haven't come across anything I thought was cute. I thought about like 12 gifts for Christmas or something along that line. 12 hats for Christmas. Anyway. Sorry, I'm still talking about the first one. Number 2 is I want to participate in Friendmas 2022. If someone would like to swap handmade ornaments or scrap balls and make a blanket out of it, that would be awesome. If nobody volunteers to partner with me, then I will just use my own scraps and I will make granny squares and make lapgans out of them, because that's one of my go-to projects is lapgans. That way I'm not a full-size blanket, because those are kind of hard to donate. Lapgans are easier. One I'm really excited about, and I just can't wait till Saturday so I can start it, is I was looking up what to do with scrap yarn, and I came across a blanket based on the log cabin pattern in quilting. Now, Very Pink Knits has a knitting log cabin blanket where she makes the squares, attaches it all together. I did knit 3 of them out of my scraps, And I ended up making a pocketbook because that's been quite a while. I've gathered a whole bunch more scraps since then. But I got a bunch and I want to use them up. And this particular version, it doesn't have a set amount of rows. It's just whatever scraps you got. You're just following the format for it. I'll try to link the video below. I've been wanting to start it. I would like to finish my Gigi blankets this year. We organized craft room. I've already started. As you can tell, things are different from what they were. I'm maybe halfway done. I still got a bunch of stuff laying all over the place where I'm trying to get everything together and then put it in one spot. I want to I'd like to continue with my gnome for the holiday series. This year I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do one a month, but I would like to make some more holiday gnomes so I can end up with having gnomes for all the holidays. I'm gonna have to remake one for St. Patrick's Day because I give that to my brother and his wife. They were married on St. Patrick's Day, so I give that to them for their anniversary. Rebecca over at Yarn and Pajamas is one of her goals for this year is to make more gnomes, so I'm kind of joining her unofficially. I enjoy doing the same things as my buddies do. It tickles me when that happens. Okay, I would also like to finish Terry from Yarn Joy podcast did a vlogmas video with backpacks. You remember all my backpack buddies? I think I've got 4 or 5, maybe a week's worth left to do, and I've got a couple that are sitting here in pieces that I need to finish. I'd like to get that done this year. I'm not going to pressure myself to get so many done at so many times, but I would like to finish those because I was really enjoying it before my Crojo went away. I'd like to downsize my bulky stash. I've got a bunch that was just donated to me. It might be one of this and one of that. And I've got a few that have more than one, and the ones that have enough, I want to make a hat and scarf set out of. I've got that one. I've got yarn sitting over there on, yeah, that white caddy right there. It doesn't look like I'm pointing at it, but I am. Anyway, I've got January's yarn sitting there ready to go. I was thinking about, I could also, since it's just one, it's almost like having scraps. I was thinking about making like scrap baskets. There's one right there. It's not a scrap basket, but Jada and Stitches as a tutorial for that one. It's holding 3 worsted weights together, but I figure bulky do the same. And since this seems to be the year of the finish, I would like to finish at least most, if not all, the whips. I'll definitely finish the crochet ones, and I'd like to finish at least 2 of the knit whips, like at least 1 or 2 of the shawls. I want to get them finished. I need to just plug away at it. But I get so excited about Yarn Bingo that I want to be doing that instead of the instead of the knitting, because knitting just takes, I love it, but it takes way too long and I get bored. Earlier when I mentioned Vlogust, I didn't start in time, and I'm just been slack on it because my Crojo is just trying to come back at it back all the way. I did get 6 squares put together, and I've got some more down in my basket. I might have to make 1 or 2 more because of the the pattern of, excuse me, what square goes where, I might have to make a couple more. No more than 2, I think. And something else I have been working on. Now this is where the video cut out before. I was wanting to show you. There went my hook. This green blanket right here is where I had stopped at. So I've done from there on up. Started back into the green, the light greens. They're both greens. I started back into the light green. So you see, I have been doing a little something, not every day, but I've been trying. It just tickles me so much. Anyway, this video is getting way longer than what I intended. I think I said everything I wanted to say. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I will see you sometime after the 1st, hopefully, and I can at least show you the beginnings of the log cabin reminiscent blanket lapgan thing. So for me and Harley, lots of love. Take care of your sweet self, and be kind to other people. Show them some love. Until next time, bye bye.